him! Ah, Jesus. Oh my god! Matt, you're gonna die! Oh my god, dude. That's so bad!
Welcome to the Brykks shithouse. What you are seeing is me killing kids with the MP5. Now you might be asking yourself, well, what's wrong with that? Everyone likes a good stuffing. Well, that's just it. You're using the MP5. How many times have you had all 6 inches of your barrel simultaneously down all 6 members of the enemy team's throat, only for them to say, "You're using the MP5," as if the only reason you're taking them to court is because you're using an overpowered weapon? It happens quite a lot. Imagine if you're using the Origin. I mean, it'd have to be an absolute degenerate to use that gun in the first place. But you know, after that game's done in the post-game lobby, you know they're coming at you saying you're a no-skill scrub.
I gotta go take a shower, right? Get a new fucking joke, you dumb bitch.
And you know, that's kind of what we do here at the shithouse. We gotta find and calculate the most overpowered, underpowered weapon, and we go to town with that thing, so that when we kill people, they know exactly who their daddy is, and there's no question about it, and they can just shut the hell up. So that's what I wanted to do. I made it my task to find the next best worst thing. And boy, let me tell you, did we find it. I'm sporting wood. I'm about to bust out of my khakis right now just thinking about it. Low and below, right below the MP5, is the UZI. Now for those of us who are a couple years younger than me and don't have that rooted Call of Duty veteran knowledge that I do, maybe in the 6 to 9 year old range, the UZI has a rich history in the Call of Duty universe, starting with the original Modern Warfare. However, instead of being remembered as a close quarter beast, this thing will forever be remembered as the SMG that the gold camo was wasted on. Things went downhill really quick from there. It returned in Modern Warfare 2, but because you couldn't slap a grenade launcher on it, this gun was useless. Let's move on to Black Ops 1, where it is rumored that not a single person got a kill with the UZI due to these absolute dog shit iron sights. Our grade 5 gym teacher's change room peephole had more visibility than this garbage. And now we're up to present time in Modern Warfare, and no, that's not Ron Jeremy and IMAX, that is in fact the UZI back for a 4th time. Now slapping this bad boy on, it's pretty easy to see that the UZI is in the best physical shape of its life, you know, since its inception in COD 4. But you know, that's a pretty low bar to surpass, as we just discussed, so yeah, I'm doing some dummying of my own for sure with this gun, but there's one glaring issue with this weapon. And Infinity Ward did their homework with this gun because there is a sort of trigger delay implemented into the UZI. Somehow that correlates to how the weapon performs in real life. I'm not a gun nut, I don't really understand the science behind it. So I'd rather just show you, here's the UZI against, you know, just an arbitrary SMG, the MP5. When you pull the triggers at the exact same time, the UZI lags a few frames behind the other SMGs. It's not too noticeable, but when you slow it down, you can see it there. So what does this mean? Well, you've got the UZI, it already shoots probably the slowest out of all the SMGs, and now you've got the trigger delay, which means every other SMG is going to get the first shot off quicker than using the UZI. So the UZI's in a little bit of shit right now, and even though you can do some damage with it, it's really not making a strong case for itself for being the one sole SMG you should be using. Now, not so fast here, mister, because the UZI's got some tricks up its sleeve. Oh yes, it does, in the name of a few attachments that were added post-launch for this weapon. When we take advantage of these capabilities, we can turn the UZI into a medium-range beast. A sort of hybrid where we get to keep the mobility of an SMG, but get that extended range, extended consistency that an assault rifle offers. So what am I talking about? Well, let's take a look. Alright, so right off the bat, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the ammunition attachment selection, and we're going to put on the .41 AE32 round mags. This is going to give us a boost to damage and range, which is perfect for what we want this UZI to do. So let's take a look at the damage charts here. Starting off at close range, the UZI is going to do 55 points of damage, making it a 2-shot kill to the head. Next, it's going to be a 3-shot kill to the chest, as well as a 3-shot kill to the lower body, and we're going to finish this off. It's going to be a 4-shot kill to the limbs. Now comparing it to the .41 rounds, we can see that it has the advantage when it comes to the limbs. It's going to require 1 less shot to kill up at close range. At medium range, we can see that the .41 rounds are going to require 1 less shot kill to the limbs again, but also to the chest. This is a significant advantage when compared to close range, which is perfect because that's what we want to make this UZI. We want to make this a hybrid that is going to perform well at medium range, and this is exactly what we're seeing right here. Lastly, we got long range, and the .41 rounds are going to require one less shot to kill to the chest and to the lower body. So a quick recap here: when you consider that the only downside to using these .41 rounds is increased recoil, I'd say it's a no-brainer considering the trade-off you're getting here. One less bullet to kill at numerous parts of the body at all ranges, and the UZI already has very little recoil to deal with anyways, so if you're using the UZI at any point in your Modern Warfare career, you must be using the .41 rounds. It's just not negotiable. But we're just getting started here. Infinity Ward actually added a barrel attachment as well, the Carbine Pro. This barrel is going to give us the absolute maximum range for our UZI, which is once again perfect for our little hybrid scheme we got going on here. Now I like to visualize these ranges using the shithouse spawn wall to spawn wall line of sight. Here we've got the base UZI, that's going to be the close range distance. Past that is going to be medium range, and then anything past that is going to fall into the long range category. We can bring in the UZI with the AE rounds and the carbine barrel, and now our close range extends up to there. This is our medium range, and then anything past that is going to be long range. So this is quite the difference here. You can see the UZI with the attachments we just talked about. It's going to stay in the close to medium range basically at any encounter on the map shithouse. The UZI with no attachments hits its long range threshold right into the open of the map there. You can see that a lot of your engagements are going to be at long range if you don't have any attachments on. Here you can see it in a little more detail with some numbers and the amount of shots it's going to take to kill at these respective ranges. It's absolutely amazing how those two attachments really just change the makeup of the UZI and basically turn it into a completely different gun. Now that's only 2 attachments we've talked about. We've got 3 other ones to go here. Now sticking with the theme of trying to make an SMG into an assault rifle, we're going to deal with the grip situation here. I like to slap the commando grip on here. I don't think the recoil is too extreme that I need the Ranger, especially when we pair it with the rubberized grip tape. The UZI is one of the most mobile SMGs in the game, so we don't need to worry about mobility. Let's just focus on making it a laser. However, we will slightly increase the mobility and dampen the recoil once again with the TAC laser. And with that being said, what we have now is the closest thing to a hybrid SMG assault rifle, maybe akin to the Peacekeeper in Black Ops 2. And you know, that's pretty much all I gotta say when it comes to the UZI. If you build it properly, this thing can be a machine and do some work for you, that's for sure. The medium range engagements are key. It basically negates the trigger delay, which is the only drawback of the UZI. Using the UZI in this manner really feels like a unique weapon, one that you cannot really replicate with any of the other SMGs. With that being said, it is a gun that does have a learning curve to it, because as I said, typically when you pick an SMG, you want to be a run and gunner, you want to get up close in their snatches and just go to town, and that's not always the case with the UZI, although it does do a good job of it, as you can see right here. Nevertheless, I've said the word many times in this video, and I'll say it one last time. This is a hybrid gun. It really closes the gap between SMG and assault rifle, and it almost gives you the best of both worlds. And as we talked about earlier, it is extremely satisfying getting kills with the UZI because, you know, all these years the UZI's been in Call of Duty and it's just been a complete piece of shit, so people are pretty wary to stay away from it. So after all these years of failed attempts with the UZI, it's really satisfying to just go off with it, and I highly recommend you guys give this gun a try. It's a nice change from the usual MP5s, MP7s, or whatever the hell the kids are using these days. Once again, hats off to Infinity Ward for a great job of weapon balance in this game. Thank you guys for watching if you've made it this far, and I hope to see you next time. You guys have a great rest of your Friday. Take care.